Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show how to do the sand stitch. This is a stitch that's knit up over minimally 2 colors to achieve this effect, and it's done by slipping stitches rather than knitting them. So it's very similar to the linen stitch, and I have a video on that. I've provided a link right here as well as at the end of the video if you want to check that one out as well. But if you're familiar with that technique, then this is pretty close. And I have here just a swatch that I've knit up with solid colors. As you can see, both colors are solid. Here I have a hat that I was trying with this pattern using one color that's variegated and then one color that's solid. So this is the right side, and then this here you can see the slip stitches in the back, and that's the wrong side of the fabric. But it lays pretty flat and it's very stretchy. And so I think it works great as a hat pattern, or for really anything you want to knit. You could even knit a whole blanket with this pattern. And you can also use more than just 2 colors if you want to keep changing the inside color or the outside color. Lots of different things you can do with this one. If you wanted, you could just knit it with 1 color and that's fine too, but it won't give this really pretty effect. So I think minimally 2 colors would work. All right, let me show you how it's done. It's knit over a multiple, or rather an odd number of stitches. So I've cast on just 9 stitches here for this demonstration, and my 2 colors, my light color is this little leftover variegated pink that I have, and my darker color is this blue. So the first 2 rows are knit up with the light color, and then the rows 3 and 4 are knit up with the other color or the darker color. So it's just a 4-row repeat. The first row is knit all stitches with the lighter color. So I'm going to knit all 4 stitches, and you can change this up if you want the first 2 stitches with the darker color and then the other 2 with the lighter. That works as well, as long as the first 2 rows are knit, or first 2 rows are knit with the same color. So the first row is just a knit all the way through, and then the second row is a purl all the way through, again with that same color as row 1. And then rows 3 and 4 are going to be with the second color. So let me get all the stitches back. Here we go. And so to join the second color, you're going to take the yarn, leave about a 4-inch tail or so, and just make a loop like that, and insert your needle. Take that loop, put it around, and you start to knit. So the first stitch is just a knit one. Now you'll notice that this tends to be a little bit loose here. You can tug on this yarn. You could also take the tail of the new yarn that we just joined, the second yarn, and tie a knot to that first yarn. Just a single knot to keep it in place if it feels a little awkward. Oh, let me pick my stitch back up. Here we go. All right. So then after the first stitch, the repeat is where you slip the next stitch purlwise. So you're just going to insert as if to purl and bring it over without doing anything. And then you knit the next stitch. And that's the repeat for the entire row. Slip 1 stitch, knit, slip, knit, slip, knit. And that's row 3. You're going to turn your work and do row 4. Again with the same darker color. And row 4 is you knit the first stitch, and then you bring the yarn to the front, slip the next stitch, bring the yarn to the back, knit. And that is the repeat for the entire row. Yarn to the front, slip, yarn to the back, knit. And that's it. That's rows 3 and 4. Then you start up again with row 1, row 2 with the light pink color, and row 3 and 4 with the darker color. So just a quick note as you're doing, as you bring the color. So one thing you can do is go back here and take out this knot that we tied, or you can leave it in. It doesn't matter. For right now, let's say I'm just going to leave it in. But one point that I wanted to make was when you go back to pick up the light yarn again to start knitting rows 1 and 2, just make sure you pick up the yarn in the same direction. So I like to take the yarn from below and over like this and knit. And that way you ensure that throughout you're doing the same exact thing each time whenever you need to take the new color. Whichever way you decide to do it, just make sure you do it the same way so the edge looks a little bit pretty. And that's it. You keep doing it and you're going to get this very pretty looking sand stitch. I hope you give this one a try. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments. Subscribe to my channel, Knittycat's Knits. If you like the video, click the like button. I always like hearing from you guys. So love to read your comments. Keep them coming. And I'll see you again on the next knitting new stitch video. Thank you.